Test number 4. Testing. Sorry, gang. The mic was muted. Yeah. Hey there. Hey, Tanya. Thanks for joining. What are you doing up? I'm about to chew out Zach for being awake, and here you are. So if you're just joining, Tanya, we have been spending about the past hour or so using a product called StreamYard. It is something that I'm going to be using for the Doggy traders to broadcast market updates and analysis and so on to different platforms. Those platforms being 2 on YouTube. 1, you can see the logo in that corner. And that, of course, is the Doggy Traders. The other is the parent company for the Doggy Traders. That is my S Corp called, what is it called? The Yerger Group. My name, that's it. It's late, and I'm about to open beer number 2. And then finally, you can get me on Facebook under my personal profile. We may switch that to the company profile. We may create a page for the Doggy Traders there, whatever, wherever. But we're finally getting this to a point where we're going to do this more regularly. Zach wants to know what I'm up to. I'll send him a quick message, and hang in there, everybody. Using Oh, so this is definitely good to finally experience. What up, Zach? Okay, let me see how I can do that. There's Zach. Zach's probably busy saving the world, or winning an NBA title with a player that I bought him. I own a NBA team in the metaverse. Tanya is somebody I know through social media. Hello, Tanya. She says hi to Zach. Was a big fan of our trip to the hockey game last night. And yeah, so this is working good, looking good. I obviously I still need to learn all the features. Copy to clipboard. Let's all right, let's see if we can bring Tanya on here. Tanya, you're getting a message. I wonder if I'm still on YouTube. Looks like it. YouTube seems to be doing all right. Zach, if you're still watching, don't get busted being up late. Tanya, if you're still watching, I sent you a link for you to join. And maybe we can promote Michael's group through this little toy. Yeah, so Tanya, check your Facebook Messenger. Apparently when I type in a message, it gets broadcast both as the Yerger group and as Doggy Traders. Awesome. But yeah, I sent I don't know how to send it to Zach on YouTube, so I'll have to stay playing video games. Here we go. Let's add Celebrity Mom to the conversation.
I don't know about Celebrity Mom.
Well, Tanya Whitley, someone I met through, how would you explain it? We have our own little Facebook world where we follow a former mobster.
Michael Francis.
Exactly. Nice wine. I think we all
try it.
I think we all kind of already read his book, given that Caleb read most of it to us. Did he? I didn't make all of them. Did he actually finish?
They did one chapter per night.
Yeah, but he was doing it for like a good week or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it didn't appear to be that thick. I mean, I think he. It wasn't a pamphlet, but it was a good book. But I kind of got to suspect that he may be. There we go. There you are, a little smaller.
Oh, good. Not so much emphasis on this.
Yeah, well, it's late for everybody. Let's do this. Let me see
Wait a minute.
if I have any links open still. Get some little bit better production values here and maybe put Michael up. Well, that's the tour. Here you go. Here's a. We can at least do this. Where's he at?
Is that Moby and Matrix walking away?
That is. You're seeing that?
I can hear him.
Oh, snoring? That was them snoring, yes. Why? Okay, let's put them over there. So this is why I need a super producer who knows all this stuff, so I can be less of a shit sandwich. There we go. Michael Franzese, former Colombo crime family boss, did what, 10 years in prison?
Mm-hmm. 8 out of the 10.
8 out of 10, that's right, yeah. Our company logo is tearing up part of the corner. But that's him. I don't really know how I found him, other than I think it was through Facebook first, in that he was on this segment that some of the Facebook people do where they have an industry expert in to comment about movie scenes. And like there was a Navy SEAL who did something and said, oh, that scene's bullshit, that would never happen. Or, oh, wow, that was actually pretty good. In fact, I know the guy that consulted that movie, blah, blah, blah. And they had about half a dozen or so different scenes from anything from The Godfather to The Simpsons, where mob-related scenes. And I don't know if there was a link to... Somehow I found this website and the Mighty Networks group that we all chat on. Mighty Networks, for those that don't know, is like another version of LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I would say that it's probably a little less functional than Facebook. But that's kind of the point, in that there's perhaps a little less frills and more direct communication among the members, because I would say it's a niche audience, meaning that everybody is in that particular group for a very specific reason. In this case, following both the life and teachings of Michael Franzese. We should actually save this one. I deleted the other 3 tests. We should actually save this one and leave it up and tag him and see if he actually comments.
Yeah, I actually came across Michael when I was on YouTube. And I just happened to see a video about a made man in the mafia and one of his stories, and I was like, oh, okay. He was breaking down scenes in movies just like you.
Yeah.
And that's what caught my attention. And then his story about leaving the mob. that captured my interest.
Yeah, somehow I too moved to see him on YouTube, and I think through longer, more detailed videos than what was in that Facebook segment, and they were interesting. You know, he obviously he's got an expert, and I like what he. I like how he words a lot of the things that he says. You know, he doesn't deny. He doesn't admit to anything. He obviously, for purposes of maintaining his freedom, you know, can't admit to. But he doesn't, you know, give you the, you know damn well he killed somebody. But he doesn't say that, and I can't testify to that based on what he said. You know, it's really intelligently worded. He says he always had followed orders. You know, I just saw him say that the other day. So, and I also like the fact that he doesn't glorify it. That is, you know, when I'm always asked that question, I just tell him I hope that's a question I hope they don't ever have to answer.
Right.
And that kind of says a lot. So
I noticed that with every interview that he does, one of the main questions everybody asks him is, how many people have you killed? And I'm kind of like, he's not gonna answer that question. There's no statute of limitations on anything he may or may not have done.
And he said that. He said in his agreement with the government that the one thing that I forget what the other parameter was, but he's immune from any crimes from his past, regardless of what new evidence comes up. And with the exception of murder and something else. Do you remember that? Have you caught that? Have you heard that already?
I can't remember what the other exemption is.
But there were two, weren't there? Is it? Do you remember that?
I thought there was.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, you know, which he, you know, hasn't commented in any direction more than, you know, what he, like I said, what, you know, as you've heard before too, what he's alluded to. Yeah, I just think he words it very intelligently, and, you know, with the exception of, you know, like, for example, an answer I would quite often have to give, I can't answer that. You know, reason for me isn't incriminating, but that it's classified.
Right.
When I get how many agents protect the president, I always answer more than 6,000 employees protect the president and vice president and other protectees of the Secret Service. And people shake their, like, what? 6? Well, between all of the agents, all of the members of the uniform division, all the technical and professional people, and even all the administrative people, together we all protect the President of the United States and the Vice President and all the others. And I know damn well that's not what they're asking. You know, they want to know how many of the agents are, you know, right around the President. And I can't answer that. That's classified. For obvious reasons, one being if that person were to be in the process of orchestrating an attack, they would know, you know, how many agents are there, at least visible. You know, there's the thing we've done in my generation where we've done a better job of putting people in the crowd, and not all of them look like us. You know, there are earpieces now that go in your ear. They don't have that big cord that goes down your neck and clips onto the back of your shirt with all of the other is 66.5 megabytes per second by Zach. It depends on what you're doing. Here's a question. Apparently now we're running a tech show. Zach wants to know if 66.5 by 6.3 is good. I think what you're talking about is download and upload. When you get here, you are going to have 50 times the speed of cable. Because Monday, you won't see it this weekend when you're here, but Monday, Frontier comes to put in fiber optic. Right now I have Spectrum cable. It sucks. It times out. It does whatever. But in fact, I probably killed that because I don't need it anymore. Move it on there. Let me see something here.
I'm glad you're the tech person because I don't know anything about it.
I'm not, but I just had this conversation with my neighbor today.
Of movement for one trading day. $5 trillion. That's insane. So that's why the Forex market is the largest market in the world. Now,
Zach, did you watch your intro to day trading video yet? All right, Michael, we're going to need to whoa, hello.
Oh my.
What did I just moved the wrong screen, damn it. There we go. Try to clean this up a little bit. So why can't you sleep?
I've been actually going to the gym now.
Nice.
So, yeah, I take my daughter to work, and then I have no excuse if my gym is next door.
I don't know where my Frontier went. There we go. I'm big about, filling screens. So, Zach, a little bit what? What's that mean? Oh, is that the video? Cool. Good. Don't forget about it. So, I already checked availability, but this takes forever. I think they make this take forever intentionally, so you think that your internet sucks. So Zach, if you're still watching, here's what we're going to be getting. Is that me?
I think that was my dog.
Oh, is that the water? Is he drinking?
Yes. You could hear that?
Yeah. So look how long that took. I have an account. Why is that doing? I have an account. Well, for whatever reason, that is not. There we go. I can expand the actual screen. Let's see that. So for 1 gig of service, Zach, that's what we're getting. And it's gonna be $70 a month. We'll have. I already have YouTube TV. That's set up. A Pro 6 mesh Wi-Fi system. Gaming with ultimate performance. I know that's big. We're also going to be setting up hard lines for my YouTube studio and your gaming system, so that it's not done through Wi-Fi. And then that's going to be what our Wi-Fi is going to look like. Yeah, it's going to be a mesh, which means it's going to have repeaters throughout the house. Yeah, you'll have an Ethernet cable to your system. Yeah, you'll have a Ethernet cable to your system.
Aww.
What?
I see puppies.
Oh yeah, there's the babies.
Oh. How is Moby doing?
Good. Yeah, he's great. They're both sleeping. Moby's on a dog bed. Matrix is on a sofa. I thought I still had. That's that one.
Say hi.
Hi, buddy.
This is Gunner.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hi, Gunner. You thirsty?
Oh my gosh. He's on prednisone for this anti-autoimmune disease he has. So he's constantly on steroids and drinking non-stop.
You know, I wonder if that's why Moby has been drinking a lot, because he's on an anti-inflammatory that was for the growth that was around his rectum. That was surgically removed about 2-3 weeks ago. And also he was neutered. But they said to keep him on the anti-inflammatory just because of things like joints, and he's got his right knee is a fake knee. He's had that for 8 years. He's had that since he was 3 years old. And you would never know this old boy is that old if it wouldn't be for some of the grays around his face.
And he likes to jump into the water.
Yeah, we got to work on that. But see if there we go.
Yeah, Gunner gets these sores around his butt, and so he's constantly having to be on steroids.
Zach, if you're still watching and you can actually access that link I just sent in the comments, figure if you're going to be up late, you might as well get in trouble. For real. Michael's going to be in the UK starting July for like all of the summer.
Yeah, he's starting his book tour in the UK.
Didn't he just get back from there?
Yes, I think that was like pre-sale sales pitching, talking about the book promotions.
Yeah. What anything? What's he doing with the U.S.? Anything?
I am not sure. I'm hoping he will make some stops around somewhere in the U.S. so that we can meet up and meet face to face.
I mean, is it like logistically challenging for him? Given, I don't really think they're really out for him anymore.
I know when he still goes to New York, he says he's still kind of like aware.
Yeah.
I just think, like he said, it's been so long, and a lot of the people that had it out for him are either in prison or deceased.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, I just think there has to be a point to which, at some point, for lack of better terms, they have to admit defeat. And what I mean by that is he's been out of the mafia for longer than he was in the mafia. I mean, he was out in the mid 80s at the latest. When did he walk away?
I have to get back to you on that one. I know he's been public speaking for about 25 years now.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he was active, I don't think he said he was proposed until like 71 or something like that, right?
Right. He was a soldier a few years before he then became a made guy.
Right.
And that was Halloween night in 75.
Yeah. But whoa, excuse me. Well, I think we learned enough. Learned about Michael a little bit.
So have you ever got to talk to him?
I have not, no. And I've kind of wanted to, for a bunch of different reasons, actually. With what he's doing through social media, I want to do for day trading. I'd love to be able to, and even I forget, was it Jay? Who's the other guy who'd done prison time?
Jay hasn't done prison. There's Kurt who has.
Yeah, I think it was, and he does also like YouTube consulting and whatever.
I believe so.
Yeah, I had tried to talk with him to develop Doggy Traders further, and pretty much just kind of got what we call the Heisman. They got like the stiff arm.
Kurt is a good guy. I know he gets bombarded with things all the time, and he's basically Michael's right hand and does everything. So I don't think he's purposely doing that.
Okay, that's good to know. But then another one in our Wednesday group, I offered the opportunity to build a wine rack for me that I would have paid top dollar for. And even Caleb reached out to that person and never even as much as heard a no.
I could reach out to him again.
Makes me crazy.
I actually have to reach out to another member who's supposed to be working on a art project for me.
Nice.
So
but
it's actually a gift for my husband.
But as for Michael, I wanted to to get back to the YouTube part. I would love to see how he started. Because now obviously the big thing that they're touting is that they're on their way to 1 million subscribers. The thing I would definitely make sure that he stays on top of is that he keeps as high of a percentage of those 1 million actually active. There was a self-proclaimed Bitcoin expert that I used to follow, who had been in the business for quite some time. And he fancied himself an expert. And I think because of the fact that he had been in so long, Tanya Whitley subscribes. 6 months later, she loses interest. 6 years later, she's still not unsubscribed. During which time thousands and thousands of other people join, and what happens is there's this high level of subscribers but a low level of activity among those subscribers, and YouTube figures that out. If you have a very large disparage between, my phone's gonna die, between your subscribers and your active viewers, you'll get placed lower due to their algorithm sniffing that out. So if if he's approaching 1 million, it would probably be good for a lot of his videos to have at least somewhere in the 200,000 range within a couple months. That YouTube will figure it out, and they'll dock him accordingly. But then also, I just watched the video of the mafia's involvement with the Kennedy assassination, and obviously that's a topic near and dear to my heart, and so I'd love to do a sit down with him on that. If he wanted to, I wouldn't say redo it, because the one he did without me was just fine, but a continuation or a supplement or a spin-off, whatever you want to call it. I'd love to be able to, and a lot of it is also from personal experience, not just privileged position that I can't talk about. I can just talk about my own research as a historian by education, as well as what all kinds of travels, not just Secret Service, but professional baseball. I stood on the X that is in the middle of the street at Dealey Plaza, and that X represents the fatal shot of the assassination. If you stand on that X and look to the 6th story of the book depository, you can't see shit, because there is a real big tree in the way, the same one that was in the way 50 years ago. How is it now? 60 years ago, however long ago it was. And it was in full bloom in November. Just so much of the research I've done that it is sad, frankly, because this is a president that was taken out of office because of a coup, and now we've had what is it, puppy something? What was that?
My husband's talking to the dog, hearing it.
Puppy voice. Oh, I talk to my two, and with we go for walkies, and we have chickies and milkies and Scooby snacks.
Oh, he
Yeah.
he knows the Scooby snacks.
I talk to my two like they're 3-year-old children.
My dog, my Gunner here. If you ask him a question, he can tell you no. Like my daughter had him recorded saying no. Get off the bed. No. That's funny. No,
Nice.
but getting back to that, I think that you having to sit down with Michael and your expertise and everything with that situation, that would be really great.
I love that. I think it would be. I gotta say, I'm probably the only agent in those 850,000 followers, and of the, I don't know what the number of the group. I'm brain farting. Sorry. Let me find it here.
I think
Mighty Networks.
In the actual community, there's over 21,000 now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In the Mighty Networks, and are you one of the paid inner circle folks, or?
I am in the inner circle. Now I was gifted a membership.
Okay.
It's pretty neat.
How have you? Have you gotten the opportunity to be in either a small Zoom call or meet him in person or anything like that?
I have never met him in person, but on the Zoom calls when we have inner circle sit downs, I've got to ask him questions or talk to him about 4 times now.
Okay. And how big of a call would that be?
Maybe 50, 60 people on there.
Okay. I mean, that's manageable. And I think, I don't know, how many other groups are there like Caleb's?
Jay has Impact. Caleb,
but is that weekly?
Little things. There's Pastor Ethan does Bible study for the inner circle members.
But I mean, for the outer group people that like us, like me, for the crew, I think we are. Where if I were to take that step into the inner circle, I think because of knowing people like Caleb and you and so on, I would have, I don't want to say some prominence, but some level of recognition that Caleb would kind of force me to the front of the line for a question like, hey, let's redo or supplement your previous sit down. You know what I mean? Is there, do you see, if I were to spend the money to upgrade, do you see it being something worthwhile for not just the opportunity to grow spiritually, which is obviously what he does, but also from a networking perspective? Would that be a good business investment?
I think so. I mean, one of the perks of being in their circle is you get more opportunities to talk to him a little bit more. Either he responds more, and I think that Kurt and the team definitely keep tabs and keep more contact with the inner circle members.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give it a shot. You got to play to win.
If you join tonight, there's a meeting tomorrow.
What time tomorrow?
My time, 4 o'clock.
You're where?
I'm Central.
Okay. That's. Oh God, I might not be able to make that already. Tomorrow, Thursday?
Yes.
I can't even find my calendar. There we go.
I'm old-fashioned. I have mine written down.
Your calendar or your...
Yep, my planner that has all my dates and stuff in it.
Oh, well, I know one thing I can't do because of tomorrow. It is game 5 of the series between the Bolts and the Rangers. But what is tomorrow's meeting?
Tomorrow is an inner circle sit down with Michael.
Really?
And actually, one of the good things that he does is if you're new and you're the first timer,
Yeah.
they usually always call on you.
Great.
No pressure.
Yeah, really. Okay. All right. Well, I got 2 dogs to walk. You've got a dog bowl to fill up yourself.
I just did.
Oh, nice.
This is the first time I've ever been on a video.
Yeah, this is fun. And I'm learning the, let's see if I can do an overlay. Live with StreamYard. There we are. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Sponsored by StreamYard.
And as a shout out to Michael Franzese. If anybody's interested in learning about mafia, business, social skills, life skills, anything. I highly encourage you guys to join. It's a great community. That's how I met Ross.
And the options you have are there are actually like a bunch of options, or is it just crew and inner circle?
As far as I know, there's crew and inner circle. But he also offers a lot of workshops and
right
and things. So.
Right. Yeah. So crew is everybody. That's the free version. Inner circle is an annual payment. I got a dog licking himself. Crew is an annual payment where you get, inner circle is an annual payment where you get more access, like Tanya was describing, and not just access to him, but really the rest of the community, which I found pretty beneficial, despite my little gripe session a few minutes ago. I'm German. We bitch about shit.
You take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I'm German. You should have seen me today. I'm trying to get blessed by Zach's powers that be to have him for an overnight. And there's something this weekend I want to take him to that's on Saturday morning up here. And what you got to realize is he lives more than an hour away from me. So for something that starts at 8 a.m. to get to him and enough time to get him signed out of his home and then up to me, I'm leaving at like 5 in the morning. It's just, time that he spent the night anyway. Get to know the dogs, get to know the neighborhood here, and just do some father-son stuff. And getting a sit down with these people is like pulling teeth. I was able to schedule very similar meetings much more easily in the federal government than what I was with these people. I was not happy. But anyway, I'm back to bitching again. I should walk the dog.
It's all good.
But all right, my dear.
Hopefully the process does not take too much longer for you.
Yeah, I mean, he's been through it. Zach's been through it enough with prospective parents that just had either red flags or weirdness that for whatever reason didn't work out, and I think he's just the stories he's told, he's better off that they just weren't good fits. I think this is, I've lost track of the number of times he's thanked me for a lot of different things, and I make it clear that that what I bought him, different things I bought him over the course of the past week or so, more than a week now, that's not going to be every day. And it's not going to be forever. Well, it's going to be forever, but it's not going to be frequent. But there will be things that he needs, just as a person, that a parent should be supplying that the system is not currently doing so. So we'll get him caught up. But he's got new sneakers. He's got right here, Zach, if you're watching. Here are your Oakleys. I got them because, as you know, Tanya, I've got 2 jet skis that he's excited to ride. And when you're out on water, it's like being on the tarmac at an airport. It's one big glare, and you need to protect your eyes from that and splash and all kinds of other things. So, good Oakleys arrived here yesterday. When I got back from the hockey game, they were waiting for us. And he's got this pullover hoodie that is like made from like a almost like a spandex Under Armour type of material. I was gonna break down and just get him his first Bolts jersey, and even he's been great with things like prices and not wanting too much, but even he picks up the price tag and goes, "Oh my God!" A Bolts jersey at Amalie Arena was $280, and I'm like, well, probably, kind of, sort of, might be that much, but we're gonna get one from a Dick's Sporting Goods that's gonna be the exact same thing for probably half the price. So we find this long sleeve pullover, and he says, "Wow, this is so cool. I think I'm going to wear this for the next 3 days." And I'm like, well, okay.
He seems like such a sweet kid.
He's just, an adorable, squared away, really neat guy.
He seems very well mannered.
Yeah. Especially for, any of the shit that any of these kids have been put through. Zach, I think, is about as even keel and about as normal as you can get, and down to earth, really cool kid.
It's nice to see him smile and seem so well adjusted. I've worked with kids who've gone through the foster system, and they've been bounced from back and forth, and the adoption is supposed to go through, and the family backs out at the last minute. So,
he's been in and out 3 times of foster care. He's been, and that's back with his mother. That's now no longer an option. He's been in placement with the intention of adoption. I don't remember how many times, but for various reasons, again, didn't. And it's not like it's not like he's a behavioral problem. He's not. Is he your basic teenager? And yes, I hope he's still watching. Is he your basic teenager? Sure. But on so many levels, he's not your basic teenager. Because think of what I told him is, I said, the system, society, life has forced him to become an adult way too soon. And one of my primary jobs will be to get him caught up. So, kind of bring back a little bit more of his childhood. And so, yeah, I will spoil him a little bit, and have already. But that's my point, is that he's already showing the appreciation for everything I've done. Like I said, I lost track of the number of times he said thank you.
from someone who's probably been in that position, who's never had a stable environment, or had someone to do those things, and when it does happen, they are just that more appreciative.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. So, yeah, that's what our goal is, to get the scheduled sit down with his powers that be, the case managers and case managers' bosses, and I have to be given some sort of briefing or whatever it is that that basically I guess, so they kind of cover their ass in that it's going to be a good fit. It's called the meeting is called a match, and I guess it's where they kind of determine whether or not it's going to be a good fit, and whether or not it's something that we should all be moving forward with. But I'm ready. I'm beyond ready.
Yeah. You've been ready for a long time. And I'm looking at the way Zach is with you just through the pictures and things that I've seen. You guys are a total match.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I told him, and he's my neighbor across the street texted us about, I forget exactly what he said, but it was basically, wow, he looks like you. And
he does. Honestly, he does. In a way, he does look like you.
Yeah. And there were some things he said. Yeah, I mean, we've talked quite candidly. And there's some things he said that I'm like, whether it's just busting somebody's balls or just an actual legitimate answer to a question, I go, wow, you might actually be mine. And it's pretty close.
I'm going to keep praying for you guys because I do.
Thank you.
And I really hope this works out and it would be best for Zach and for you. And this is something you've wanted for a long time. Zach seems to have wanted this for a long time. The process needs to get going and finalized.
Yeah.
I'd help it any way I could.
Thank you. He asked me that, and I said I kind of had to sit back and do the math a little bit. I just finished 3 years in Los Angeles, during which time I wanted to have a family, and I was actually in the process there, like the interview and getting things started in Los Angeles. And then when I realized I was not going to be finishing my days out there, they were like, yeah, don't waste your time, continue with wherever you're going to be, which I knew was Florida. So then I approached Florida, and they say, well, you have to be here. We need your driver's license. We need your address. And in retrospect, there were so many things that could have been done from California that could have expedited this process on any level. But then also, I was in the process in D.C. before moving to California, and I had to withdraw because of the move for, again, the same reason. So now I'm glad I'm somewhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying put, and unless this process gets finished out and Zach and I collectively decide to move on, I think he's going to like it here, I think we're going to have a good life.
I think you guys are going to have an amazing life. You will be an amazing dad. He's going to be a great son. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do we have an echo? Did you hear that?
I think so.
But anyway, I think this has been a good test. I have not seen him. What?
How old is Zach?
17.
He's the same age as my daughters.
I think I'm actually watching the broadcast on another screen. I think that might be what's doing it. So I'll just close that one out. I got the phone still working, and that's it. I think we can wrap it up. Thank you for your help, my dear.
No problem. Anytime.
And
don't forget to send the dolphin pictures.
Yeah, if I do have any more, I'm doing better with taking my phone out with me onto the seawall. Nothing in too much recent. While my ex was here, there was a sighting out back, but I didn't have my phone with me. And of course, by the time I got inside and got the phone and got back outside, Flipper was long gone. But there's a bunch of different sightings more out in the open water. When they come back through the channels back, what we call the fingers back here, they are basically just kind of swimming laps. But out on the open water and over by, there's a place just to the south of here called nicknamed the Redneck Riviera. It's just at low tide, the one mangrove island actually creates a bit of a beach, and we all hang out there, and they'll come and perform, and out on the open part of the Gulf, they'll do the same thing. We think that they know somehow whether or not passengers on a boat are tourists or locals, because they always seem to perform for tourists. None of us locals get to see it. And I call myself a local with all of 6 months living here, but none of us get to really see a lot of these, and so I'm getting them. What I've fed you, I came from other people's posts. Unfortunately, not so much from me yet. But I will look at the finances and maybe see you tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
All right, my dear. Thank you for your help.
All right. You're welcome. Have a good night.
Good night, Tanya. All right, Facebook world. That's it. There's another Facebook notification. What's that from? What's happening? Okay, whatever. Anyway, fixed. StreamYard, you maintained me as a customer, and now we will be doing some daily market updates. Just got to figure out some more toys, play with some more different things, and go from there. But yeah, hopefully I have the YouTube studio in the next room has a mixer, has all kinds of more cool things. So I won't be doing this from my laptop. I'll be doing it from the desktop. But we also got to make sure that it actually works really well. So yeah, stay tuned. More to happen. Doggy traders, we will see you again.